All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I do want every single investor to be aware that I have a new ticker symbol towards the end of this video that you definitely want to add to your watch list. We're going to look at its chart, the potential moving forward, and it's in the energy sector. There's so much potential in this sector for every single company that is flourishing and growing to take a market share of the opportunities that are to come. So stay tuned till the end. You definitely want to have this one on your watch list. So here we are with ZOM stock, and it was going downwards to newer lows. We were getting a little bit, I wouldn't say worried, but we touched some numbers that we did not really want to see, right? 85 cents, and we weren't too far from 81 and too far from 78. So we definitely wanted to watch this carefully. Now, it spiked up a little bit on the middle of the week, basically, leading into the end of the week. So from yesterday to today, and today's Thursday, and tomorrow's Friday, we need to see if this is going to dip down a little bit, hold itself sideways, and then I want every single investor to pay close attention to what I'm about to talk about, which is the fact that from Fridays to the next trading day, well, this was a Friday and trading started on a Tuesday here, right? Back in this week, leading into Martin Luther King Day, I believe it was. And then the most recent one was from the 22nd to the 25th, 22nd to the 25th. We've seen these spikes, and I'm looking forward to see how this is going to react from the 29th to the 1st, okay? That's probably one of the most interesting things I'm looking forward to with Zomedica, because I've caught on to a little pattern here, and I want to see if it continues to correlate. Now, it's already started moving up. We want to see if it correlates, because if it spikes up, it's going to go above $1. Now, if this happens enough times, a lot of investors that are holding and want to get out of the stock will have the chance to get out. But if it continues, at some point, it will no longer just be a little spike up and then it just pulls down. Why? Because there's no more stocks that are needing to be sold based off investor sentiment. A lot of investors are taking advantage of these quick spikes to get out, cut their losses better than where they were, and saying, okay, we just saw this go below $1. I'm out. We're above $1. I don't want anything else to do with Zomedica, right? I don't want to wait through the pain and the suffering of waiting, right? The patience that we need to go through February, and then we have to go through March, then the Truforma, and then see what other catalysts happen in between. And even if Truforma turns out to be a catalyst, it could all be, a product launch, and the true catalyst of Truforma, which I've seen those comments too, very valid point from investors saying that the catalyst of Truforma, we won't see it until it shows in revenue months later. So the risk here is tremendous. And I've talked to every single investor to rethink and consider what is their approach here on Zomedica, right? On ZOM. Are you here because of an emotional perspective, because you love animals, because what ZOM stock is doing, that Truforma device and medical stuff or innovation is awesome, okay? It's great, but we can't just look at it from an emotional perspective on how it's going to impact animals and this and that. We need to look at it from a business perspective, right? How much revenue is it going to generate? Is it going to make a difference for this company? And will the company finally flourish based off of this new innovation? A lot of people are excited about it. A lot of people love animals. A lot of people have a place for animals. And when there's technology being made to help either humans or animals, it's a beautiful thing. But we also don't want to be led into a stock because of that, because that's one of the biggest things that happened with the celebrity appearance here that made this run up. So it got a lot of people heartfelt and also interested because a celebrity talked about it. You start thinking about animals, the potential moving forward, and it's great. And I've seen a lot of investors say, this is great for animals. And I love the way that people are adamant about it, but we need to see the fundamentals of the chart and the company itself, okay? So rethink why you're here and be aware that there's risk involved. But the one thing I'm loving about the chart all this time, As long as we stay above 78 cents and even 81 and even 85. Like, even if we could just stay above 85, don't even talk about 78 or 81, right? Because we touched it already. We touched 85. And we stay above it, which is a good sign. We saw how that support was strong. Either there's a lot of bulls watching my videos, or we really saw that point and investors saw that support level, and the chart is showing itself to show that support level is a pretty important one because it bounced right back off of that, right? So what I love about the whole chart is we came from way down here, 6 cents. Let's look at this, 13, 16, 24, 40 cents, and look at where we're at right now. Collectively, based off the chart, there's a lot of investors holding on, or there's a good amount of shares that are being held on to, even if some profit taking has happened here, and it's holding this whole entire stock up moving forward because of how bullish investors are about the new technology, the innovation, and the forward catalysts that are coming. But it's going to take patience, and that patience may pay off, or it can get you burnt, because this could actually just collapse if people start to realize that that's not even a catalyst, and the next catalyst is taking too long. And a lot of investors, it's not that they're not patient, but there's other opportunities out there that they're willing to go ahead and trade off waiting here to go get gains somewhere else. And that's completely fine and respectable. I don't judge against that. There is no problem with that. We all have the right to move around where we want to go, but definitely reconsider what your goals are here, and know that don't look at it from an emotional perspective towards animals. Look at it from a business perspective and how much revenue you think this could actually generate. That's probably one of the best things you need to think about when it comes to this stock overall. I hope I'm helping people with this whole entire perspective thing, and I hope that my videos are helping a lot of you as well. Stay at ease when these drops happen and not get too worried unless we break through 78 cents. That's one of the biggest ones I really want to emphasize. But I hope these videos have helped a lot of people that are willing to wait and are trying to be patient. And if not, give them the sign to say, hey, I'm out of this. I don't have the patience for this. I got to go somewhere else, put my money elsewhere. So that's perfectly fine as well. So here we are. 94.61 is the 50-day moving average. I can't land on 61. It lands on 94.60. But most important point right now in this chart, we're in tug of war zone. We want to see how this plays out tomorrow. We're slightly above it, and we're sitting at 96.44. And if this breaks through the 50-day moving average and it works its way down closer to the support level, which is 93.98, this could be on its way down to newer lows, new support levels, and working its way down back into bearish territory. So we really want to watch this carefully. And the next support level would be down here at 87 cents. And if you want to have a midway point, it's completely optional, 91 cents. You want to watch how this is reacting within those areas and making a decision based off of where it stands, where it's going, and if the bulls are trying to reappear. Now, on the other hand, we have the highest point being 103, and then we have slightly at the point that I've talked about previously, which was right here, 102, the beginning of 102 right there, most important point to break through. And this is the higher point to the hundreds and thousands place of 102, slightly leading into 103. So 102 and 103 right now, give or take, within that area, most important resistance level that needs to be broken through, and the stock needs to hold itself up above it. It touched it and it fell right back down. So we're seeing a rejection here. This is very important for the bulls and every single investor to be aware of that. But the first resistance level that needs to be broken through before getting up there and closer to 102 is $1. To be exact, $1 needs to be broken through, turn into a support so the bulls can work their way up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and get deeper into bullish territory, reaching newer highs and getting further away from the 50-day moving average. I hope that with these cues, you guys are well equipped for tomorrow's trading day. As always, If you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add this one to your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the stock I'm about to share with you guys is in the energy sector. For most of you guys that are aware of the energy sector and renewable resources, a lot of people are focusing on fuel cell, plug power, blink charging, other stocks like NextEra Energy. Those are all great stocks to focus in on. But the one I'm coming across right now, and it's going to be an effective merger sometime soon, is STPK, Star Peak Energy Transition Corp. Now, based off of what I've seen, they're going to merge with STEM, based off of the research that I've seen and what I've seen in articles. Now, if anybody wants to reiterate that or go ahead and correct me, you're more than welcome, or confirm that for me. I would appreciate that. But STPK, the energy sector is booming. And this is a merger company that has just been running since, the blank check started to be publicly traded. We've seen it go from literally $10 all the way up to $37, almost $40, come right back down to 24, and it's running up to already almost 30 and leveled off at 28. I need every single investor to be aware that it's a little bit volatile, and it's definitely one you need to do your research and see if you believe in the company so you can make your own rational decision as an investor. But this is definitely one to watch going into the year, especially with how the energy sector is reacting to the new administration and also the way things are being revamped up to go ahead and push for cleaner energy. Like, that's becoming almost from, quote unquote impossible goal or like a taboo, almost turning into a norm. That's going to be the future, and we're taking steps into the future. And if you really think about it, we are in the future as we speak, as we see, as we move. So this is something that's becoming a reality. So STPK, whether the merger goes ahead and goes through, I believe it's actually already confirmed, and that's why there's this type of bullishness, that there's going to be so much room for this company moving forward. So STPK is definitely one you want to have on your watch list. Keep it on your radar. Do your due diligence. Do your research. But so much potential here. And the volatility is not unhealthy. I mean, it pulled back, but it's running right back up. And we want to see if this consolidates within this area. Or will it pull right back down around this area, consolidate till the next catalyst, and actually push itself up? Because every single time it's pushed itself up, kind of moves sideways, upwards, a little bit down, and then it ran up. And here we are already seeing it a little bit down and already running up. We want to see if it continues to run up to newer highs, new resistance levels, or will it kind of cool off, and it lets us know if this may be an opportunity to go ahead and do a rational decision as an investor. So I hope that if you didn't know or weren't aware of this company, or you were and you completely forgot about it, you keep this one in mind moving forward, because the opportunity of growth potential is there. And how fast it's grown and the merger hasn't even executed is pretty impressive. And that just tells you how much more bullish the sentiment of investors is, and how the future outlook for this company merger/sector is moving forward. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, let's make some money.